So you've already tapped general assessments, and so here to complete this, you just basically put in an assess title here. So I'm just going to call this fractions. Could be maybe equivalent. I'll just put fractions for now. Subject. These here these subjects, if I brought in my standards, then these are the subjects in the standards. They can't really be changed because they're used to look up standards information later. So if I want to choose, say fractions mathematics is there, but let's say this is, I'm going to change this. Let's say this was I'm doing some reading assessment, and I don't want to use English because I want to really separate my English into writing and reading and so on. So I can tap other, just back up whatever's there. It's not going to delete anything. And I just put in reading and save. So now reading is there, but every time I still have to, it'll still just say other, and I still have to enter reading in the future for this. If you don't bring in your standards, then this menu is able to be edited, and there'll be a little edit at the bottom, and you can change the subjects to whatever you want. So I put reading, value. Value is optional, it's what it's worth. Lots of times I don't use value, I'm just going to use a rating scale, which you'll see next. But I could put a value in there, it's worth 20 points or whatever, or out of 20. Year, it's year 4. It'll automatically put in the year that you're teaching, unless you're a specialist that teaches multiple grades, and then you choose, and it'll ask actually for a class code in that spot. Date, tap the date. If this isn't, it automatically puts today's date, but if it's not, if it was a couple of days ago, or you're going to do it, a couple of days in the future, then you just tap that and go to the date you want. Let's say, I'm going to say it's going to be on the 9th, we're going to do this. And then just tap outside somewhere, just tap again outside, and the date's in there. And then term, you can select whatever term you want. Now there are more options here. Assessment type, you can see here there's pre-assessment, initial, mid-final, a review, something that's an important one. And you can edit the values and change these to whatever you want. So I just would return down. If I want a line to separate it, I just put a little a hyphen, and then I put, I'm just gonna put Pat just so you can see, and save. So now you can see Pat is a choice in this value list, and it'll be there for all other assessments I do. So I'm going to edit that, just take that out and save. All right. So I'm going to say this is a pre-assessment. You don't have to fill this out. Sometimes I do it because if I'm doing a pre-assessment, I want parents, if I send that information home, and you don't have to, but if I do, I want parents to know it's a pre-assessment and not to worry if the child didn't do well on it. And then group type, if it's a whole class, small group, or individual, again, you can edit those values. And then general information. Sometimes I want to, it's more for parents, I guess, where I want to send a little bit of information about the assessment. But I'm just going to leave that blank too. So then I just press next at the top, and you'll see this is the rating scale. You choose from here. So I'm going to choose 3-point. This brings up a 3-point rating scale with green, yellow, and red. I can tap in here if I don't like the word beginning. I can get rid of that and type in what I want. I'm just going to keep it though. So you can change these to whatever you want, but they'll only stay that way for that one assessment. Next time you create a new one, if you press 3-point, it'll come back to these ones. So if you want to have your own rating scale that you're going to use, more than once, then you can store your own rating scale here. So you tap this, and you'll just fill the information in here, what your first level, second level, and you choose the colors in that and title at the top. I'm just going to go back out of that. And then you'll just choose your own, and it'll pop in your own information. Over here, you can see the students. They're automatically all selected, but I could just do this. I could deselect them all by pressing the toggle at the top, and then just choose like the ones that are getting this. Or I can select them all. So tap again, tap get them all, and just deselect the ones that aren't getting it. And that's it. I just press submit, And then that will take me to the actual assessment, where I will enter the rating and make comments and collect any evidence.